I want to talk to you guys about viruses. There's been a lot said about viruses over the years and like how to deal with a virus. And I want to get into the nuts and bolts and the basics of what the viruses are all about for your computer. Hi, my name is Mike and I talk about how to maintain your computer and how to repair your computer. I do that on YouTube, and I'm with you again on another video. A lot of people asked me to do a video about viruses, and so we're going to do that today. What is a virus? A computer virus. A virus is basically a term that describes a few different things, not just one thing. A virus can be a worm, a virus can be a Trojan. I mean, these are different forms of infections and programs that people can put on a computer and send it to somebody else, send it to a whole bunch of IP addresses. It can be a malware, it can be spyware, it can be adware. It's all a form of malicious software. Somebody intending on sending it to infect computers. And that's basically it. So virus is just a kind of a basic term for a few different things. Although a virus, a lot of people say a virus will spread through your computer and infect a lot of different files, and a Trojan will only infect a few files. Let's just narrow it down. Basically, an infection is an infection, although some of these different terms, they do different things on your computer, but mostly they make your computer really inoperable. So I'm going to tell you about like things that you can do if you're hit with a virus. Okay, you got a virus on your computer, you got something that is, messing up your computer, and you might even have a screen that says, hey, you have to pay $40 and click this button and then we'll fix this whole computer. And that's another type of scam. Sometimes when you get scams like that, they need somewhere to initiate the virus. They have to initialize it. The virus is already there. They need you to push a button in order to send it to your computer and other computers to infect them all. So don't fall for any of that. If you get a screen that says, you need to run this scan, click on this, that'll fix everything, that's the same kind of junk. So don't be fooled by a lot of these different companies that say, yeah, call us and we're going to give you the tech support to fix it. $400 or $500 later, you're still in a mess and they haven't fixed anything. Now, a lot of times when you get a virus or you get an infection, you can't move your mouse on the screen. Everything seems to be frozen up and it's like hard to do anything. And what I want to talk about is going into safe mode. Safe mode is another area in Windows where you can do things without loading all the different drivers and all the different programs. So you're able to move your mouse around and things like that. Now what you do is, to get into safe mode, you have to restart your computer, and before the screen comes on, you have to start tapping F8. The F8 key, tap it before the screen comes on, before you see anything. You have to do it fast, and you might have to do it a couple times, and then you'll see a whole menu. It'll say safe mode with networking, regular safe mode. You want to choose safe mode with networking because that just means that you're allowed to download things also in safe mode with networking. So what you can do is, if you can't download anything or you can't move your mouse around, go into safe mode, and hopefully before you get a virus, you take my advice and get antivirus software first and have the updated files and Malwarebytes program. But if you didn't do all that, you could try to download these things when you're in safe mode and run them in safe mode. So even if you have these programs in the regular Windows mode, they may not run. They may just freeze up. So my advice is, get these programs, antivirus, with the updated files, keep it updated, get the Malwarebytes program on there, free version, and CCleaner also. That's another one that is really good. They're all free programs. Avast Antivirus is totally free. So get these three programs And then if you do get a virus, shut your computer off, push the button, turn it on, and start tapping that F8 key before anything happens. And then go to safe mode and click safe mode with networking, and you're able to run these programs in there, okay, where you wouldn't be able to in regular mode. Now another thing is, there are certain types of viruses that you cannot remove. I mean, it may be every once in a while they come out with like a really bad one, and you may just have to format your computer, put Windows disk in, or restore it from a image on your computer and go back to start all over again. That's another reason why I tell people, not only do you need these programs, you need to have all your important information on the hard drive before any of this stuff happens. See, this is preventive stuff. This isn't after you get an infection. I want you to be prepared, so if you do get an infection, you have protection. So back up your stuff to an external hard drive routinely, and if you get a virus, you have a better chance of dealing with it, and you have a better chance of saving your information. And if your information is infected with all kinds of viruses and things, it's not going to be any good, because whenever you use it, you're going to infect something else, and it's going to just keep on keeping on. See, what happens is there's something called IP address, okay? And your computer has its own unique IP address. It's like the address in your house, 12 something, or 15 Main Street. Every house has an address, a physical address. Well, a computer on the internet also has a physical address, and it's unique to the neighbors, to the one after it, to the street next door, to all your neighbors. They all have a different IP address. Now, when somebody sends a virus out, like a CD, and they click on a file to send it out and try to infect people, there's a range of IP addresses that this virus is going to hit. So if you land in that IP address range, most likely you're going to get the virus or the infection, you see. And people say, where do these viruses come from? Well, believe it or not, you can go to a computer show, and maybe for like $20 you can buy a CD or a DVD from somebody, and it'll have viruses. It'll tell you how to be a hacker and how to send viruses. Believe it or not, this stuff is legal to sell. So, beware and be protected. Have the protection, but remember, if you do get a virus and you want to do something about it and your computer's all infected, first thing you want to try to do is boot into safe mode, like I told you, with the F8 key, and then try to run your antivirus in there. Make sure you update it, run the Malwarebytes in there, run the CCleaner in there. It'll be a whole different mode. It'll look black, and the mouse will go really slow, and the icons will look different. They'll look all big, and you'll get all this gibberish on your screen until it gets to safe mode with networking. But you'll notice you'll be able to move your mouse around, and you can fix problems in there. Let's say you downloaded something and it messed your computer up. You can boot into safe mode and try to repair that problem, or uninstall that program that you installed when your whole computer went nuts, and that may fix the problem. So just remember, safe mode with networking is a way for you to come out of that virus or infection safely, and be able to get your computer back up and running. So that's what this video is about. And also I want to tell you that there's certain viruses, like I said before, that can't be removed. So make sure you have the basic protection and have the programs already in place, so you can protect yourself from most things, most threats that are out there. And believe me, there's always threats out there. There's false threats, and then there's real threats. If you don't believe it, you can go to McAfee. They do a survey of and keep track of all the viruses that are legitimate threats, and there's thousands of them all the time. A lot of them aren't really bad, but some of them are very bad. And time to time, new viruses are made and sent out to people. So, like I said, be protected first, and before anything happens. And remember, you have some tools there to protect you. You have the programs, you have safe mode, you have your backup hard drive to keep your programs and your information safe, your pictures safe. If a virus hits your computer, and even if you have a external hard drive hooked up to it, it will not affect it. Okay, so you're safe there. Even if it's plugged in, it's only going to affect the hard drive on your computer. So remember that. This is Michael Locascio, and as usual, I bring you the best videos on the best subjects, and I help people maintain their computer and repair their computer. This is something that you need to be aware of. If you're new here, please subscribe, share, and like the video, and I will see you in the next video, and I hope it helps you. And check out those other programs up there in my playlist. There's some really great videos in there to help you. And check out some of the videos I have, and I will see you again. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.